Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Regardless of Everything podcast, episode 7?
7? Is it 7?
7.
Wow.
That's
Is
crazy.
it?
Yeah. Yeah, because
Yeah.
the New Year's Eve one was 6, right?
Yep. I think so. Yep.
That's crazy. Anyways, I'm Lynn.
I'm Shay.
And Danielle.
Yo. So let's get right into this. I know that being a fan of everything is something that everybody does. Everybody's a fan of something, whether it be like music, whether it be clothing brands, whether it be TV shows, any sort of celebrities or reading or anything, like you can find something that you enjoy and then your best friend literally not even understand it at all, but that's okay because they'll support you. Now, Danielle and I, we met because of a fandom. We met because we were the only two in our friend group that liked this specific band, and that band would be 5 Seconds of Summer.
My God.
10 years ago, in like less than a month, me and Danielle would have been friends for 10 years because of this band.
Whack.
That's insane.
That's fucking whack.
Like, it's really been that long.
Mm-hmm.
For real.
Holy crap.
It's
anyways.
weird to think about. Like, I was literally thinking about it the other day, and I was like, damn.
Also,
You're like the only you're the only one that stuck around.
Yeah, same goes for you.
Put up with my shit.
Well, except for kind of still around, but anyways, getting right into the topic.
Straight camping.
Huh? I know, and look at this like cool little like case that they come in. Like it's like,
yeah.
That's crazy that they give you that good of a case for like just like sunglasses like that, but
For
like
just
prescription glasses come in like a little like thin ass paper sleeve. Like
No, my glasses were I got like the Ray-Ban glasses, so I got like a fancy case. These
see, I
bitches were
know.
like
I just get like they get
$700.
thrown in like a paper bag, and they're like, "Don't scratch them." You just put them in a paper bag and gave them to me. What do you mean, don't scratch them? Okay.
Yeah, these ones I really enjoy them. They were only $35 from Ransom Clothing, and I also got my hat from them, my shirt from them, full Ransom fit today, and I'm here for it. But anyways, that's another thing that like people are fans of. I mean, as I've stated in every single podcast, like I love buying merch. If I can support somebody by buying their merch and like repping their merch and like I just love it because especially if it's good quality stuff like this is, like I love these sunglasses. Normally I'm like sunglasses look weird on me or whatever, but I don't know, I'm just feeling it. But yeah. Like there's everybody has different likes, hobbies, and different like just things about them for a reason, and that's what makes everybody and when people say there's always something out there for somebody, there is. Like if there's somebody that's like certain that like they're like, I don't have any hobbies, I don't know what I like, I don't know what kind of music I even like to listen to, they're gonna find something eventually that makes them feel the way that like I feel about Five Sauce, or I feel about like Sam McGrath or Ransom Clothing or the Sterniola triplets. Like you got to find those things that make you, and you gotta just kind of like go with it. I mean, like Five Sauce has been one of my favorite bands since I was 14. No, since I was 13 years old. Like gone through so many different bands that I still listen to because no matter what your parents think, you'll always end up going back to it, and that's just the way that it is. But
yeah, I feel like I'm one of those people that is still like in between everything. Like I used to know like everything, then I was like, yep, this is me. But then now like I'm at a point where it's like, whoa, I'm changing. Like what are my hobbies? What do I like? Like everything. So it's like you always go through phases, but once you find something, you'll most likely stick with it, and you'll most likely like it.
Yeah,
probably a very long time. So
I think like I know because with me, I will always have like the fandoms and everything and I think people who haven't and don't have that, like it, I don't know, it's really different because it's really hard for people to be like, or it's easy for people to be like, well, how are you that obsessed with someone, or like something simple as that, like,
right, because they don't
what,
get it.
right, or like whenever we're like the fan fiction and stuff, like,
Yep. Let's be real
touchy
here.
subject,
We're jumping in
but let's be
early.
honest. Right. If you let's be honest, we all read some. And if you didn't, you're lying.
You're lying.
You know you're lying. And especially if you claim to be in fandoms but you don't, you're still lying. And it's okay. You'll
fair.
eventually get out of that.
I've been like lately I've been like finding like, I don't know, people that I follow on like TikTok and stuff that do like social media, and they'll have like people will have like fandom discords and stuff, and like they'll have their own discords, and I like join them, but like I cannot keep up with that. There is
Discord is
so much
crazy.
Discord is confusing, and just let alone I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Like
Well, it's kind of
definitely
also
like
with Discord is almost in a sense what, like, I know what our Wattpad was in a sense. And for those who know who Wattpad is, and I say who because Wattpad is its own entity and you know it. But like it's also like that where even if you don't know what you're doing, you will find like that avenue in a sense, you know?
Yeah. 100%. And I think that like Wattpad is I always say, and I've said forever, that Wattpad is not for the faint of heart. Like Wattpad's not
At
for
all.
like they have the warnings, they have all those kinds of things. If you don't want to read smut, that's completely fine. If you don't want to read emotional things, that's completely fine.
Right.
Like they have like it's so Wattpad is so crazy now because it's like they have so many different settings that they did not have
And
back then.
literally, and you gotta think about all the movies now that are made off of it. Like I literally
Made
just saw,
terribly, by the way.
for real. Well, no, I just saw a fucking thing on like YouTube. I was watching YouTube and like a little ad came across for like the for it it was like a Lifetime movie that's being made, and it literally said in the fucking description, based off of the Wattpad fan fiction that we all know and love. And I'm like, excuse
Which
me?
one? Which one?
It didn't say it. I think it was like Fallout or something, or like I don't know. I'll send it to you because I literally like saved it and I was like, okay,
This is soda, by the way.
sure.
I'm not drinking. I'm not drinking beer.
Yeah, drinking beer.
Not drinking beer.
Mom told me a story. So when she was in her hotel for the night waiting for her flight the next day, they had a burger joint inside the hotel. And so she went down and got a burger, and she had gotten a beer with her burger. And as we not all know, like Mom doesn't drink.
Little
She does
brewski.
Mm-hmm.
not drink anymore.
Little drinky drink.
A little drink of
And
food.
she was like, "Oh yeah,
A
like
little
whatever,
bursty.
not feeling it, this, that, and the other." And then fucking, she's talking about how she starts walking down the hotel like rooms, like through the hallways, and she's like, "Oh wow, maybe I am tipsy," but like off of one, that's just crazy. That just
I'm
shows
not
how
gonna
far
lie to
people can
you.
really come. Cause like she used to
I'm
party a
not gonna
lot.
lie to you. I got, so was it yesterday? No, the day before. We were like drinking, and I actually had like a couple of like the beers that Tom got, and I'm not lying to you. Never again. It was bad. Like I started panicking bad because I was so, I haven't drank. Like we had like I had like one drink when we went to see Five Sauce and we wanted to see Louis, but that was it. Like this wasn't like four, and I had four, and I was like, I'm freaking out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it's like so funny because it's just like, I don't know, that just like brought up a thought about how like some like you change so much, but yet you still like, I guess it goes in the same thing with the hobbies. Like my mom, like she used to party when she was younger and now she doesn't, but she still keep them same hobbies, just not
Yeah.
drinking. But like she's still like, you're
Right.
still the same person in a way, you
Yeah.
know?
I have to say I can understand like on that aspect because the in a sense. So like going from seeing that every single day to like not at all because it was throwing me into psychosis.
Mhm.
That probably was like the hardest thing. And then like now learning like, oh shit, I do have those same hobbies and I'm still wanting to be that carefree person just without a substance that's kind of limiting me towards other stuff.
Did y'all just
Like,
do that? Did you?
yeah, limiting me towards
See that? Because mine did the same thing at the same time. It literally looked like it went
wow.
from my house to your house.
Shoot.
We're gonna have to
No,
watch
what?
that back because I want to see that again. Because what
That
the
was crazy.
I didn't
into
do
like
anything because also my light in the hallway did the same thing. So
Danielle's very like spiritual. Like I
it's
don't
not my
know, she
fault.
has those touches.
It's not my fault.
No, it's definitely something.
I will say like learning like that I do have the same like hobbies and like wants and stuff like that, but also cutting that aspect out of my life is definitely like one of the weirder
I think
things.
that also goes for like a lot of people too, because like once you like, I don't know, like you'll find people or things where you start like losing yourself, and then you start noticing like you don't like those things that you used to like, but like once you calm down and like you stop doing those things, or you just kind of put that in the past, then you start noticing like how much you still enjoy the things that you used to do. You just started masking it with other things.
Yeah.
Well, it's not even
Like
necessarily
not
okay.
even just like
It's not even
all that, but
it's not even just like masking it. It's just like you finding different parts because like people get bored with doing the same things every day. But like
Mm-hmm.
it's not even masking, it's just you finding the different puzzle pieces because at first you're like, okay, there's like 6 pieces to the puzzle, okay, and it's all put together. But at the end of your life, you probably got like a 10,000 piece puzzle and you're just like slowly figuring out the things that like you like and you want to make a part. Like I know we've talked about this, like I'm working on trying to find my new, like not new, but creating a solid style for myself because I always work. And so trying to find clothes that like I could wear like outside of work. It usually consists of sweatpants and sweatshirts, but I'm trying to like build a style onto that. And that's just when that's finalized, that's just going to be another piece of
Yeah, like
my
who you
puzzle.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get that. And I know like for me now my biggest thing is like getting back into like the painting and stuff that I used to do because that is another outlet for me. And I think I also really just like stopped doing it so much. So like finding that part of like my creativity again plus with the whole like school stuff I have that's part of what I'm getting a degree in. So yeah. So I might as well get started again.
Right.
hey, well, I mean, we're not far from it.
You got to start out somewhere. And like when you think of all the bands, especially if you're fans of like bands or YouTubers or just content creators in general, all across the spectrum, if you're a fan of them from the beginning, like you see them grow and you see them
Mhm.
figuring out what they want to do. You see some of them stick true to the exact same stuff every single time. Like I know I'm new to like the Sterniola triplets, but even since I've been watching them for the last 6 months, 6.5 months, they have changed so much. Like they do their like traditional content and everything like that, but you see them changing as people. And like
Yeah.
and it's the same thing with that goes like, I mean, Sam started making music. Like I'm so excited to see where he's going to go with all of that because his sound might change. Like he's figuring himself out. Like
Especially like with music artists, is like especially once you start listening to them when they're first like coming out with music, and then you just kind of see them change and everything like change
I
throughout the
just think of
years.
like Five Sauce, like my
and like seeing
and
Yeah.
them
like Ashton just posted that he's doing like new music, like,
and then Luke just dropping on us the fact that like new music's coming out, like,
and that he's modeling,
and that he's modeling, which he's needed to do for years, honestly,
yeah,
with
I
a
mean, he
face
did
like
do
that.
fashion week, but like still,
Yeah.
like they're
But just seeing
like,
these people like grow and seeing
yeah,
all of the things, like they have no idea you exist for the most part, but like just seeing that and just being able to be so proud. Like I know my mom is like, oh well, because I'm always like, oh my god, I'm so proud of them, talking about like my musicians, talking about my YouTubers, talking about just anything that these content creators are doing, and I'm so proud of them for, because like they're doing great for themselves, even if they're doing a minimalistic thing. I'm like so proud of them. And mom's like, well, you don't know them. I'm like, I do
I
know
don't know,
them.
like,
They don't
what
really,
that
they don't know
word.
who I am, but like we know who they, what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
I don't know what that word's called, but I feel that because like even if I barely know someone, whether it's in like a fandom base or like an artist or an influencer or whatever, or if it's like a friend I just met, like I don't know, I feel for everyone at
yeah,
all costs. And especially when you watch people and you enjoy their content and music, that you can feel just like, oh, so proud. Oh my God, like they did so good. Like, I don't know. I just love that. I love being
yeah,
able to feel for everyone and everything, even if I don't know you. Like, I don't
Right.
know. I love it.
You want to be proud for them, just like you want, like I know it's the same thing with me. I appreciate it when people are proud of the things that like I do. Like, and when I don't do things for people to be like, oh my God, great job. Like I do them to just do them. But every once in a while when somebody's like, you're doing a great job, I'm like, I'm doing my day-to-day things. But it's
right,
like, then I really hope that like whoever I'm proud of like doesn't feel that way, because I genuinely am proud of people like for the things that they're doing. I mean, we're doing this, like this will be our 11th episode in general up on YouTube
right,
since November, which is crazy to think about, but
Yeah.
we're
for
doing it. We're
real.
staying consistent even if our views aren't all
Consistent.
that. Huh?
You said consistent.
Well, we've been consistent.
Hold
Um,
on. I gotta grab water. I'm listening. Sorry, y'all.
and so like we're staying consistent with everything, and we're making sure that everything gets up. And the fact that we have over 300 views on our Baking Blind F&B video is crazy.
Whack, yeah.
Like that's crazy. And I mean, I'm so proud of it, because like that was a long day and we worked pretty hard for it, but
That was so fun though.
it was so fun, and I cannot wait to do another one and record our next couple vlog like videos that we're doing. I can't wait to do them. I honestly I can't wait for Saturday.
Yeah.
But I mean, things are constantly evolving, and growing up, like as you said, like if people there were so many people growing up that didn't have that fangirl bone in their body at all, and so they didn't understand when it's like when the Beatles were around, like, and like the girls were going crazy, like, I mean, when you have that fangirlness in your body about anything to do with anything, it's kind of hard not to feel the emotions that you do and get so attached to these people that, again,
Yeah.
do not know that you exist. You know,
I
but
think like the biggest
in
thing
my heart, they do know we exist. I mean,
you,
Five Stars
Oh,
knows
come
we
on
exist.
now.
Five
There's
Stars knows we exist now because they recognized us at the second Boston night.
I mean, if you really think about it, maybe they're in their head and be like, I know there's someone out there that watches this that's name is Lynn and Danielle. There's gotta be one of them. Never know. You
I would
never
die.
know.
I would
Them,
die. No, no, no,
them
no, no,
thoughts.
no,
you're
no.
right.
No, 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 no. I would die. No, 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 no. I would die.
I think like the biggest thing with like the fandoms and stuff, like thinking of that aspect of stuff, I don't now have to know every single thing about someone
Right.
to be their fan. Like,
Right.
yeah, okay, I can learn all of that, but I'm not,
It's a lot of
going
energy.
on. Yeah. And that was a lot of energy that we wasted. Like for
Honestly,
no
we were just like,
food because last time I checked, it was hot dogs.
Literally.
And it's like they gave some bullshit excuse and some what was the fucking magazine? Is it 17?
17 or J14.
Yes, dude.
I had all the J14s like
Oh my
tacked
god, I
up
had
on my
all of them.
fucking wall,
That
dude.
whenever all the posters would come out for like mindless behavior and like One Direction, I would literally like you remember coming over, I had an entire wall
do you not
just
remember when I
dedicated
had
to posters.
when I had that room and when we first met, actually, my mom called it my wallpaper because every magazine I would literally take every poster, and this room, the room that I had, the room that's over there is literally double the size of this room. The entire wall plus the door had posters on it of One Direction and Five Sauce.
Fucking
every single article, poster, all that shit. And then I took it down. I took it down my freshman year.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to like try and find the photo because like it literally is just literally from the ceiling down to the floor, just full of posters.
Yep. I don't know where I got all them fucking tacks.
I don't either.
So I feel like I was asking my mom for tacks like all the time.
In our wall.
Yep. At one point or another, my mom was like, "Why don't you just like use tape?" I'm like, "Because it'll take the paint off, Mom."
Yeah, I don't want to ruin the poster.
I know. The thing is, I still
didn't want to ruin the poster. You can't roll them either.
Nope. I still have some of the posters folded in a tote somewhere in my stuff, and I'm gonna show my kids and be like, "This was my childhood right here."
Right. This was your father.
But no. But no, like I mean, I am very proud of myself that I don't have to be that way now. Like I mean, like anytime I start watching anybody, I will binge watch all of their stuff. So I get to know like what they've done like in their travels of being a content creator or all their music that they made and shit like that. And I will binge them for a while, like just to kind of get familiar with the person, and then I just get so excited to watch their new videos whenever they come out. Like
I think where I'm at, like I don't know, and now like how social media is and everything like that is now is like I see how like most of it I just find and see all like the downsides of it, like the people that are actually like stalk these people and like become obsessed with like their past and like who they used to be and everything, and I see a
the
lot
schools
of that.
they used to go to, all that shit.
Yeah, like leaking people's addresses and like
they
just want to hate so much. Like that's the things I come across.
Yeah, the old posts that people have on like Twitter and stuff, and like all the old. I remember like the old Justin Bieber pages. Dude, they were ruthless. They'd be like, "Oh, he's at this hotel on this floor. Like, we have somebody following them right now. He was actually just at this bar." Like, it would be like to the point, "Oh, he just took a shit." Like, it would be so intense that you would just be like, "Why are we doing this? For what?"
Yeah, I think I see a lot of that now. It's like, especially like with influencers. I actually followed this one girl that I saw on my For You page because she was talking about how she had like a like in-depth stalker, and like people just become so obsessed with wanting to find a reason and wanting to hate someone. And like I know not all sides are like that, but I feel like with how social media is nowadays and just like it's so much different than how you guys talk about it, because I don't even get to see and experience that side because a lot of it is just so negative. Like it's so hard to find the positive sometimes. Like
you have to know like the right pages to go to, and you also have to kind of like enter at your own risk with anything when it comes to like fandoms.
Yeah.
Because like if you have like I always see those people that post like the edits on TikTok and stuff. Chances are if people are making edits, make sure you're going through like comments and like stuff like that, and it's not like obsessive edits, because you can tell the difference between like, oh, this person's so cute, or oh, look how like shitty this person is against this person. Like, you know, like the people that like I just saw somebody post about like Selena Gomez and like Kylie Kardashian or whatever, or Kylie Jenner, and we're literally like, oh, Kylie's so mad that Selena didn't take a photo with Timothy Chalamet, and I'm like, what what is
like
going on?
when did you enter their brain and their
For
like when did you
real.
discover the feeling the feelings
Right.
block
Did
in
you
their
ask
body.
her if she was upset? Like, what happened there?
Well, it's also the same. I keep bringing, just keep bringing them up because like their fandom is like there's so many nice people in the fandom, like for the Cerniolo triplets, but there's so many people that are like ruthless. Like they are absolutely ruthless.
Yeah.
And I found a couple of people like that I come across on like TikTok or whatever, and they're like, "Oh my god, Matt was in like such a bad mood in this
I know
like
they're so
car video.
mean.
Like, why is he being so blah blah blah?" I'm like, probably because like they're siblings, and I mean, siblings get on each other's nerves, and sometimes maybe Matt doesn't want to deal with Chris and Nick shit or something like that, or maybe they got into a little bit of an argument before the thing, but like they pick apart like these videos. Like I watch them because they're fucking
Well, it's
hilarious.
like the Sam and Colby videos. Like
Oh
people will
my
literally
god,
be
no,
like,
the Sam and
"Oh my
Colby,
god,"
insane,
literally. Like
insane.
they'll be like, "Oh, Sam and Colby are like mad at each other. They actually secretly hate it." Probably. We'll never know that. They're making content, and you talking about how they're mad at each other and hate each other
And
is
at
getting
that
them
point,
views.
literally, you're like, oh, like you were saying, the people saying, oh, Matt looks so mad and like just not whatever. Like, so what makes you think that's gonna change now that everyone's noticing it?
Like,
Like, to be
ooh,
honest,
he's
that's
like,
more
oh,
money. That's more
I gotta change.
views.
Probably, maybe he was, and maybe he just wasn't feeling it. But you know what? They are dedicated to their channel. Like, you think that sometimes we don't feel the best to do these podcasts, but like we get on here and like, see, we're all in a
Mhm.
much better
I just
headspace
did a 9-hour
than we were.
day.
Huh?
I just did a 9-hour day.
Right.
Like,
I had a rough one. I had my nephew choke and puke on me, and then he took my tube of Carmex and squirted it everywhere.
Anyways, so
Anyways,
as we were saying, I can't remember what we were saying, but something happened and we had to take a quick little break. So we're back now. And so
Lynn, what are your hobbies?
my hobbies,
Yeah.
uh I like driving around. Like I like to drive a lot. That's like one of my main things. My new hobby is editing. I've been really liking editing these videos and editing TikToks and shit like that just for funsies. Just for funsies.
just for
Um
fun.
I like to write. I've written a couple books that we're not going to talk about right now. And I I don't know. I like to doodle and like draw and stuff. I'm not very good at it. I could draw cartoons. Like I could probably draw this entire thing if I wanted to. Like if I actually took like the time to sit down and do it, I could draw cartoons really easily. But other than that, I've just been listening to music. Been into Low Skies and Sam McGrath, and Hotel Ugly's been another one I've been really into, and also watching the Sterniolo triplets, watching Whip 333 Brandon on YouTube, and just keeping up with my bros. I don't know. I've been really like into those type of videos lately, just like the random vlogs of just people doing whatever. And it's got like all my favorite peoples in them. So I like to watch them. And that's about it. About you?
Yeah.
I don't know. I really like writing. Like I always forget that I like writing until I start like writing like with a pen and a paper, and then I'm like 8 pages deep of just nothing. I
That's
don't
like the best
know.
thing though, to get like lost in writing.
Yep.
And then you go back and read it, and it's like,
You're like, what was I saying?
what was that?
That's me like reading my like journals from like 2016. I'm like, I used to put in there like all the time. I'd be like, my mom and counselor is making me write every single day. So this is what you get. Goodbye. And that's it.
So edgy.
I'm being forced to write. Okay, that's it. Bye. Like that's all I could write. Honestly, I don't sleeping's not really a hobby, but like if sleeping was like
Honestly, no,
Sleeping kind of
sleeping
is a
is a
hobby.
hobby for you.
Yeah, I like sleeping. I'd honestly say anytime I have money, I like to spend money, and my
I like to
hobby is
spend
to
money.
spend money that I shouldn't spend, especially on clothes.
I thought you were gonna say like especially other people's money.
No, too. Love you all. Love everyone that lets me like use their money. But I always like am respectful about it. I don't just like go out and be like, oh my God, can you buy me this? Can you buy me that? You know, when
Yeah.
we're at a store, this, that, and the other, I like something, I'll point it out, whatever. But I don't know, that and I just had something. Oh, I play a lot of Fortnite and Roblox, to be honest.
Fortnite. Oh, that
I
reminds me. Shay and I have very exciting news that at some point we will be starting a streaming channel. I have never played Fortnite a day in my life. I've watched countless people play Fortnite and it looks so fucking fun. It used to make me dizzy like games like that all the time, but I've decided that it looks so fun that I'm going to try to brace it. And we're going to stream my very first time playing Fortnite and it's going to be god awful.
It's rough. I'm not even good at Fortnite, and I've been playing Fortnite since Fortnite was available on iPads.
Since OG Fortnite?
Literally since OG Fortnite, like when it first, like I used to play on my mom's iPad all the time. I used to take her iPad and be like winning every game, but it's rough now, especially because a lot of people play it for money. So
Mhm.
like you have these people that are really competitive and sometimes it makes the game so annoying, but it's really fun, especially when you don't just care about winning. Like when I get on and play, I'm like I'm just going to mess around. Like
Mhm.
don't ever get me grenade launchers or nothing that sets you on fire because I will accidentally throw it in a panic and kill myself and everyone else. I do it all the time, but no, I like it. It's fun. I haven't played much since the new um update and the chapter and everything because they took OG Fortnite away. And honestly, I think they could have done a better job with this after OG Fortnite and how much it broke Fortnite with the amount of people that came back to play it.
They should
I
have
think
just
they
kept it, to be honest.
Yeah, I think that if they would have added some of the other guns that we've had in other seasons and maybe
Has
some new
never played it.
ones.
They should have kept it, to be honest.
No, I have watched so many people between the Stern Yellow triplets, between Lorray, like Shay. I've watched my ex play Fortnite. I've watched so many people play Fortnite, and legit, like I get it. I get what they mean with the OG Fortnite map. I really do.
Yeah,
I
I
really
feel
do.
like I feel like if they definitely added newer guns to that and some of the older ones and more movement and like better heals, they should have definitely kept the map or added onto the map a little bit more, not completely change it because it's rough. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't played in a couple weeks to be honest because I just kept getting so frustrated with it, but it's like a hobby I'll keep for like couple weeks, months at a time, and then I'll just same thing with Roblox. I play like one game on Roblox, and I just do it because you can like design and build your own houses, like, and I love to do that.
And then
So that's
Sims.
and Sims, but my computer no longer will hold all the stuff I need it, especially with having, you know how much storage Zoom takes up
Mm-hmm.
on
A
a
lot.
Yeah.
I had to delete all my Sims content to get this app to make it run. It's
These are
so bad.
this is all of our content on these until I got this one. I got one that is 512, yeah, 512 gigabytes. But before I could only find these ones like the 32, 62. These hold nothing. These hold absolutely nothing when it comes to hour-long friggin' podcasts. Not me just tearing down the house.
That's fine.
Yes,
No.
yeah. Danielle, what are your hobbies?
I mean, now I'm really getting back into like my painting and stuff. That's like a big thing. Um, Obviously tarot, but I can't really like consider that a hobby because it's more of just
You
like
gotta
me
do it.
bring guidance, huh?
I said because
Yeah,
you gotta do
I
it.
really gotta do it because if not, I just have chronic migraines.
It's literally
Fucking time.
you're here to do it. You're meant to do
No,
it. You just
for
gotta do
real.
it. You're forced. You have no options.
I really don't.
Well,
I really a smell that smells.
Sometimes it's like really freaky. Like she'll just know and she'll be like, "No, we can't do that."
No,
That
literally,
didn't
I think like
work. And
last
we're
podcast
like,
we took it was like an extra like fucking, 30 minutes
Mm-hmm.
out of already what we had recorded because I needed to. And it sucks when you're like at work and like that you start doing the thing. Yeah. Any of like the spiritual people watching this will understand what I'm saying. Anybody else is just like this fucking weirdo.
No, anybody else is literally gonna be
She's
like,
one
those
of those.
bitches are crazy.
No,
She's one
you've
of
been doing
those.
this. You've been doing this for like a really long time now that like at first I was like there's no way. And then you did a tarot card reading on me. I'm like,
No, that's literally what happens every single time. And
you're
then
not
people like,
real.
no, for real. Like I was it was Jill's sister that like I had to do like I literally like video chatted her while like doing a tarot reading, and she like called me the next day and she's like, what the fuck, like you need to go. And I was just like, you like that money I told you about? She's like, get out of here, you're done,
Yeah,
and sent me like $40.
mom bought me a no, not bought me. She bought herself. She was in a store somewhere and she bought these cards. And she was struggling for a minute because every time she went near the cards or touched the cards, she felt like she was being like attacked, like they were screaming at her. So she started
That
like
is
doing
the
them,
thing, you do get like spooked.
and then she's still in the phase where she's like not really sure how to take it all because they just like
Well, I
they're
think,
coming at her
well,
strong, and she's
yeah.
like,
Well, the thing is, like, when I do my own reading for myself, it's a whole other thing. Like, I can't focus. I can't fully feel like it's just like giving me the right answer. Like, I have to be in the right headspace to be giving my own message. But if I can, like, I can breathe and do other people's, and I can literally just go back and back and back and back and forth. Like, one after another, because like a reading is different per person. Like I think I did I did Jill's and her whole family, and no joke, it was literally like one thing after another. Made everybody cry, but it happens. Like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
not my fault. I mean, there's that, and then like I don't know, the other hobbies that I've been trying to get into lately is just getting back into listening to the music and stuff again, because I kind of dropped it like when I after like going through the fire and everything, like I just kind of stopped liking anything at that point, and I was like, nah, fuck it. But I'm also realizing now that like I kind of had to let go of like every part of that like prior, because it was just stagnant. And I'm not even joking, like the like my old TV, the one that I had in my bedroom and everything, all that broke today. Like I had to, or not today, but a couple weeks ago that broke, so I had to deal with that. And I was like, the reset of like finding other hobbies and finding new is what needs to happen. What?
sorry, my dog just won't let me do anything in peace, wanted out. Then I thought I lost you guys completely. I was hearing you guys, but Zoom was like, nope, you're not going back in. She wanted out, now she wants in. This is it. It's impossible to get anything done. It's impossible. I sound like my sister.
All I think of is, I don't know why, but that video you just sent me. Oh, sacrifice.
It's so bad, but no, I'm definitely like, I don't know what it is. I think me and Lynn have like the same thing too. It's like I have very vivid dreams. And they
Oh,
always
for
like
real.
every time I have them, they're like full on, like they always come true. Like that's I had a dream about my sister, like someone being pregnant, and like my sister was there and I automatically knew it was her. The next day she comes over and she wasn't even planning on telling us, and I just knew. Like I
Yeah.
just had to blurt it out in front of everyone. Everyone.
And she's like, well, I guess.
Yeah, she's like, "Well, so yeah, actually about that." But no, some of them be really freaky, but I don't know, I really like reading into those and like writing them down so I don't forget them, because like they're vivid, but like I don't remember every detail once I wake up. I start remembering lots and lots and lots, as it goes on. So I like writing them down and then just like walking through them to like what could they mean? Who's trying to tell me what, you know?
Yeah.
I've
It's
always said
fun.
that I remember most of my dreams because mostly all my dreams are vivid and I can like remember them, but there's been a few in the last like multiple months where like they've stuck with me because like something certain has happened, and Danielle know, and you know as well which dream exactly that is. And that
Yep.
dream, I remember every single piece of that fucking dream. So
They like
I'm
almost
telling, as
haunt
I
you in a
said,
sort.
huh?
I said they almost like haunt you in a
They
sort because
haunt you
it's
because
like
it's like, okay, well, if the universe doesn't really mean what happened in this dream to happen,
Yeah.
what is it supposed to be? Because I remember like it's every single piece. Like normally I remember like the majority of a dream, but then I'll be missing a few pieces. No, 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 no. I can literally picture exactly how these two dreams that I had, I can picture exactly how the entire dream goes from start to finish.
Right.
So at some point, my brain keeps telling me that these things are going to happen. But it's like, if the universe doesn't mean that, because I make sure that I'm not like fixating on it. I just kind of like drop it. But then randomly, my brain will like picture that dream.
yep.
So it's like, okay, well, if the universe doesn't mean something by it, then what do those dreams mean? And that's like, I actually, I either said it to Shay or I said it to Danielle the other day, where I wish we had like one pass a month, where like one of your dreams a month, you can be like, okay, is this dream real or is this dream just my imagination fixating on something?
Yep.
And you can use that one pass a month for the universe to be like, okay, this is what this dream is going to mean.
My dreams usually like when I'm taking a nap, like and I fall asleep during the day, my dreams are pretty like, okay, this is your delusions talking. This is what you want to happen. This is, this is your brain's delusions. I'm coming out, but at nighttime it's like, I'm gonna get you.
Yep.
I'm gonna give you an awesome surprise in the morning. Like you're gonna wake up in sweats because I had one of those a few weeks ago, and I was like, and then it came together so fast. I'm not gonna say it on like recording or anything, but it scared the living shit out of me, to say the least.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's like I like it in a sense, but at the same time, it's like someone that it just sticks with you, or like you see something. I think a lot of like my deja vu or whatever is I see and hear things happen in my dreams, and then like it happens in front of me, and I'm like, hold on,
I
I'm gonna
also
need a
think of
minute.
like the whole deja vu thing, like at least for me, I've always known it as when you have those moments, those are the moments that like mean that you're doing everything in the right path. Like you're doing it in the timeline that you need to be doing it in. And
I've
that's good.
never heard someone like put it that way. I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Like the
Right. Because
I
how I said last time, there's like, because we talked about it in the New Year's Eve podcast, where like
Hmm.
there's different kinds of deja vu that you can
Yeah.
get. Like, there's different meanings to it. And I told her, I was like, I don't know the official differences between the deja vus, but I know the way that I feel about a certain deja vu. I'm like, okay, this is a good kind of deja vu. And then
Yep.
sometimes I'll get a deja vu that's like the universe reminding me, hey, you're doing that thing that
don't
you
be
shouldn't be
stupid.
doing that again. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
sometimes people do like come, like I always say, people come into your life sometimes to see if you're still fucking stupid. And
Yep.
like not in a genuine
Every
like you're
time,
stupid, but like it's the truth. Like old
every
friends
time I
fucking
run, yep. Every time I
yep.
run into someone new or I meet someone new or a new friend, I always think of Danielle telling me that. Always. Are they
Yeah,
coming in your life to teach you a lesson that you're still stupid, or are they
right.
coming in your life to
and
stay?
that and that really is like even for new people coming in your life or the same old people, like you really do have to like recognize like because there'll be friends that still try and come around and they'll be like, oh well, I missed the times that this was this, and it's like, but that was a different bitch. You don't
Yep.
have the same person that you miss. Like, that's not
Yeah.
my fault.
But I also think that's like very real in a sense, like missing like who people used to be. And
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm a good pinpointer at that. Like once a friendship ends, I usually like I've learned now and come to terms with it to not look back, to not
Right.
go backwards,
Yeah.
you know?
Because people, yes, can change, but chances are they didn't.
Yep. Not in the way that you, not the
Rude, but
change
that's
that you needed to suit you and like your friendship or relationship.
right.
Most likely it's not. And if no matter, I don't care what anyone says, 1, 2 years isn't change. Like everyone's still growing. Like 30 years from now, maybe
Mm-hmm.
you could sit down and be civil at a coffee shop, but in the next 5 years, probably not.
You
You're
outgrow
still gonna reminisce
people.
on the past.
You outgrow people for reasons. And I mean, like, I've had a few friendships where, like, I was certain, I was like, nah, this friendship's sticking around. Like, this friendship's sticking around. Like, no matter what, this person's going to be in my life. And those people aren't even in my life anymore. And then there's other friends, like one of my closest friends that I've been friends with for 14 years now. He is somebody that, like, is one of those people where we'll go a little while without talking. Like, we went a couple years without talking one time, and then we came back and it was like we like nothing had changed. I mean, like,
Mm-hmm.
and even if you
Like
don't see
we
that
could
person
go
every
right
day,
now with like not talking for like a couple months and be like, "What's up?"
right? And even
Not
if
that we
you
would,
don't
but
even if you don't see them every day, like, you can still be reminded, like, okay, that's my friend. They're not talking to me because they don't want to be around me. Like, sometimes you do need that assurance in a friendship, because it's like, okay, well, they've gone that long, I miss them like crazy, do they miss me? And then you message
for
them
us, it's
as
like
a
every
test,
week.
and then you message them as a test, and you're like, okay, so I've been missing you and I want you around. And then you see how they are with that. And I mean, like, sometimes people just aren't in it for being around people or having like day-to-day friendships anymore. It's just kind of like oh, hey, I'll check in on you when I can. But that's part of being an adult, which, as like, I want to say, because I'm a mature adult, but I'm also an immature adult when it comes to feelings wise, because I'm like, I protect my feelings so much because I care so much for the people that are in my life. But I'm so guarded over my feelings and not letting people in that sort of sense, that it's hard for me to give up those friendships, even if the people aren't like putting in that effort. Like, there were some friendships that I had for like so many years that I just kept trying and trying and trying and exhausting myself because I cared so much for these people, and to find out they didn't give a shoot about me.
You know, we're all alike in a lot of ways because I'm like the same way. It's like I can't let my guard down, and then like so other times like I will, but like I have a really, really difficult time with letting people go. No matter how much you hurt me, no matter how much, mentally you're draining me because we just aren't suitable as friends or whatever. I still like just I hate, like I don't know. I hate letting people go. But you really sometimes you gotta do it
You got
for
it for your
you.
own good. And I
Yeah.
always think of my thing is like, the older that I get, the more that I think about myself in that sort of sense, because I'm like, okay, letting them go is going to make me sad, but letting them
In
go
the
might
long
make them
run,
sad, or letting them go might make them sad, but in the long run it'll make me better. But then my brain for a long time thinks, oh, well, they're going to be sad. Like, I
yep,
can't I
that's
and
can't let
yeah,
them, like, and my brain also tells me, oh, well, they're not going to have anybody to go to if they need
yep,
something.
yep,
And I'm
that's
like,
exactly
I
how I
can't
get.
always be the one that they go to, and they can't always be the one that I go to. But it's like, I don't know.
yeah.
So that was kind of fandom hobbies all over the place kind of talk. Um we should also have a segment on this podcast where we just talk about emotions and like mental health and shit like that, because
We
our
always talk
always
about it.
goes back to that in some sort of
Because we're a
sense.
bunch of sad bitches.
I know, but we should have like a specific like a
Pacific.
a specific part of it where we go back and like that's all we talk about is those kinds of things, and have like
I
a
have, yeah.
bubbly. But anyways, so we're gonna wrap up this video um by just kind of thanking everybody again for this now being our seventh podcast. And if you keep coming back and watching all of our podcasts, you're almost as cool as these shades.
Almost.
Almost.
Almost as cool as, why
Not
do I look
fully,
like
but like.
Soldier? Why I look like Soldier Boy?
I was trying to figure out with the sweatshirt and the beanie for the longest time. You just put the glasses. That was the cake. The
It just
icing to the
finalized the
cake.
look.
Great.
Yeah. It is the look. I'm gonna be real with you. Okay. Anyways, so
All right.
yeah, that was this episode. It was episode 7, and thank you for joining in with us if you did, and we hope that you really enjoyed this. Comment down below and let us know what kind of fandoms or hobbies that you guys have, and if you have any similarities, like that's cool. We love to hear it. And if you have any topics that you guys would want us to talk about in the future, we are also really down for any of those. Like,
yeah,
that's it. Ready? Bye.
Boy.
How about I